Howdy, folks. Greyhawk4x4 coming at you again, your resident vintage gamer. And as I spoke about in my last video, I talked about this guy right here. And I said, if you guys vote below, just mention in the comments if you guys would rather see me do an unboxing, or if you think as a collector to just leave it in the shrink wrap would be better for me, because I had no preference really either way. And it was overwhelming that you guys wanted me to open this up and do an unboxing. So that's what we're gonna do. So I don't think I need any kind of implement to open it, because the good folks at Amazon made sure to already have the a big tear in the shrink wrap anyway. So they also punctured a hole in the coffin. So yeah, there's our wonderful Amazon puncture right there. So if I was like keeping it as a collectible, it's already been pretty much damaged. But anyway, so first things, let's do this. So you get this little slip deal here with the artwork and everything on it, which is kind of cool to keep on it, you know, and it tells you what's inside. I haven't really looked through this I kind of skimmed over it real quick, but I didn't go into any, you know, deep research of it, because I kind of wanted to be a little bit surprised with what I see in here. So, and I have not watched any other unboxings or anything else like that. So, that artwork's actually pretty damn cool. That's a beautiful. I'm guessing that's a kind of looks like a hippogriff. No, it's not a hippogriff. Yeah, it might be. So, anyway, beautiful artwork on it. There's nothing on the back. So, let's see here. So we'll open this guy up. And the first thing you get is you get a cover. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's basically poster-sized thing of Strahd himself, and then it gives you his stats and stuff, his stat sheet and everything on the back. So that's kind of cool. That's suitable for putting up on the wall, I guess, if you wanted to. And then this is what it looks like once you get it open. Back that up a little bit there. You get the book itself and a Taroka deck, it looks like. And so this, and it's all okay. So it's all there's a DM. I know there's a DM screen and something else in here. So I guess I'm gonna have to go through that and open that up. So this is the Curse of Strahd Revamped, as opposed to the first one. And as I spoke about in my last video, I said that this was precipitated by some type of, somehow somebody got offended by something in the original, and so they changed something in this. And I did look that up, and it was there's a player race, I think the Vistani or something like that, and people didn't like the way they were portrayed or something like that, and that's what it was. It was something about that particular race. I didn't, you know, go into a whole lot of detail, but anyway, so they've changed the actual book inside some of the content based upon that, and that's why it's called the Revamped. And I guess they did that. Wizards saw the dollar signs and said, "Hey, we could just we'll do a revamped of it, and we'll put it in this coffin thing with a bunch of extra stuff, and then we can charge $99 for it or whatever." Which, by the way, because I pre-ordered this on Amazon, it saved me like $40 because I ended up only paying. I think I only paid $60. I think I ended up paying $59.99. And Amazon even sent me a little email saying, "Hey, you saved $40 because of this or whatever." So, which for that price, for $59.99, this is definitely worth it. I could see that, you know. But the $100 price tag, which I was prepared to pay because I'm a collector. But let's get this open here. Well, I spoke too soon about that willing to pay $100, because I just realized once you take the shrink wrap off of this this amalgamation of stuff in here, this is not a hardback book. This is goddamn soft cover. This isn't even a hardback book like the original. Why would you pay $100 and you don't even get a hardback book? It looks from that. I mean, it looks like a hardback book when you go, from distance, whatever it looks. It's, huh. Well, that's a money grab for sure, because the printing on those hardbacks is a lot more than something like this. This is just a big pamphlet. Well, that's horseshit. I don't know. I'm gonna look on the back here and see what it says. If it says it's softback. It calls it a 224-page perfect bound adventure for characters of levels 1 through 10. They call that perfect bound. So if you were expecting to get another hardback to go along with your collection of other 5th edition hardbacks, you would be sorely disappointed. So that's one thing. Then you get this Creatures of Horror, which I'm guessing is like their little monstrous arcana monster manual specifically for Ravenloft. And it is it's only like, it's 20 pages, I think they said. Yeah, that's 20 pages, and that feels very cheap and flimsy. So then you have a Taroka deck instructions, it looks like, in another flimsy little deal here, and that shows you some of the cards. Oh, it shows you all the cards, I guess. And it's mostly in black and white. There's some color in the background there. And then you get some, it looks like player handouts here of documents that you would hand out, I'm guessing, in the middle of the campaign, as when it was appropriate, you would hand out these to the players for them to read, which is kind of cool. I've always liked having player handouts, and those are on decent. That's on decent cardstock right there. So that's well, decently done. Yeah, those are actually. Yeah, I like the way they did this better than any of that other stuff. And then you get, looks like, oh, this is a poster, and it's maps. Okay, so these, I don't want to open this up all the way, but so this is a big poster map of Barovia, and the quality is nice on the map too. That's a nice thick quality map paper there, and it feels like it's glossy. It's glossy, and it feels like it would hold up pretty good. It's not too flimsy, so that's a decent product right there. And then it looks like you get the DM screen. So there you go with the DM screen, and that's how it looks on the back. So the artwork looks pretty good on this. This looks really, and this again feels pretty well done. Nice and sturdy. The only thing I don't like about how they did for 5th edition these DM screens is they're not tall enough. That's, they need to be a little bit taller. But if the purpose is to actually keep people from seeing over and seeing dice rolls or whatever, if they're merely just for the DM to have tables available to them for reference and for some pretty artwork for the players to look at, then this is fine. But if you're actually trying to shield the DM from the player's view, then these are not quite tall enough. But that's a minor complaint. But and then you get the actual Taroka deck. It looks like here. Let's see here. Let's open this up. So you get the Taroka deck, and then there's also, it looks like behind it, there are some postcards. Welcome to Barovia. Wish you weren't here. I don't even know if I'm going to open these. Maybe I will. What the hell? It looks like it's going to be a pain in the ass, though, without damaging them. It might have a spot here to... Let's see if I can grab something out of my... How's that? There we go. Yeah, because I definitely don't want to bend them trying to get that plastic off. So. Alright. So you get, there's like 3 of them that are exactly the same of that one. And then there's 3 of each, it looks like. There's 3 of these. Old Bone Grinder. Dream Pastries made fresh every day. Saint Morovia. There's 3 of these. I don't know what the purpose of having multiples. The best care this side of the Balikniks, looks like. And spend a night in the death house, stay as long as you like, longer even. So you get 4 different, but there's 3 of each. So I'm guessing that those are things that I guess you could give. And it gives you a little something on the back there about them. I guess you could give them out as, handouts to the players or something. But anyway, so you get those, and then you have the Taroka deck itself, which actually opens this way, as opposed to a flimsy little. I do like that. Instead of like a deck of cards where you have to open it this way flimsily, which ends up getting bent and everything, this actually opens proper. Nice. That's decent. And then there are the cards. That's what they look like. I'm not going to open these. I'm going to leave them in the package. But it's basically a Taroka deck, just a lot larger than the previous ones we've gotten. And then you have just the coffin itself. So now what you could do here, if you didn't care about being a collector, is you could take all of this stuff out. If you wanted to store more, say, Ravenloft stuff in your coffin box, you could take these out, because see, that comes out, and so does this thing here. So you could definitely make this into a larger storage if you wanted to ditch. I won't do that. I will keep it the original packaging as it is. But there it is, guys. That's the unboxing. For the $99 price tag, no way. Not once I saw that that's not a hardback book. That's kind of shitty. I'm not gonna lie. The 2 other pamphlets that are in there are flimsy and feel very cheap. The poster feels well made. The DM screen feels well made. The player handouts are on good cardstock. Those are decent. This feels well made. So they went cheap on a few things, but the main thing being a softback book as opposed to being a replacement hardback. So what that's going to do is that is going to make the originals, if you have one, that's definitely going to make them more valuable, because not to mention that they have the original content in them that has been changed in this revamped one, but they're the only hardback version now, because this revamped one is in softback. So now maybe I will. I haven't gone on to see if they did re-release the hardback standalone, where you could just buy the book, the revamped book without the coffin edition. I haven't gone to see that, because then that's kind of shitty for for people that bought the coffin edition, because you're stuck with this flimsy softback version as opposed to the hardback, and then the people that just bought the standalone might get a nice hardback. So I'm gonna have to look into that. But anyway, that's all of it. Tell me your guys' feelings on what you saw, and if you got one yourself, and if you liked it, if you thought it was a good value. I mean, the fact that I got $40 off, I'll still say $60. I'm okay with $60 because of the extra goodies and stuff. But if I'd gotten charged the full $99 and then saw that softback book in there, I'd have been pissed. So anyway, there you go. That's it, guys. We will catch you on the flip side.